Hello. Let's see. We are kicking off our last start challenge. So much fun. Coralie, Debbie, Githa, Jane, Eurista, Kylie, Rachel, Zoe, and Debbie, Fiona. Oh, fast. I've missed a few, but hello to each. I'm gonna take my shoes off. What a day! It's what is it? It's Sunday afternoon here. No, it's 8 p.m. Sunday evening. Whew, what a day, what a day. We went fishing and then the storm came over. We raced home and been trying to get everything sorted for this call. I had some technical problems with our training video number 1, so I will include that in today's call and we'll get the Q&A happening as well at the end. Oh, so many of you. Hey, so good to see you all. The chat is open as well. Let me just make sure that is on. And yes, Emily, good to see you from Sweden. Let me know, ladies, where are you all watching from? Karen, hello for you. Oh, how is everyone? Julie, hey, Julie, good to see you as well. Love you all, ladies. All right, so we are going to start off. I thought the way I will do this is to start off with the training video. I'm keeping the training videos, they're on demand, short, sharp, to the point. And then these Q&A calls, the live calls, are here for you to bring all your questions. You can also ask your questions in the community as well, the Facebook community. Coralie's in war. I'll try to say it properly, Coralie. Forgive my accent. Worcestershire. If it's like the sauce, it's Worcestershire. But I don't know. Oh, I gave it a shot. Eurista from the Netherlands. Hey, beautiful Eurista. Oh, Sally Ann, hello, freezing UK. It's actually, it's like the sauce, Worcestershire. Got it. Sally Ann, it's hot here. Hot. We had a great day. We actually, fun fact, Sydney is coming up to a record of not having reached over 30 degrees Celsius for a whole year. Coming up to that record. That's crazy. So we've not really had a big summer, but it's still quite warm here. Lauren, hello from Jersey. Julie, hello. Hey, ladies. All right. Ask your questions along the way if you want, but this training session, that it's going to be 10-15 minutes, and I'm going to get through it because I will use that recording to share with everyone that couldn't make this call as well. All right, so our live our training video, we're looking at the basics. I wanted to make sure we included the basics in this challenge for you, and I'm going to teach you what are the key things I want you to focus on this week in this last start challenge. All right. So we'll cover the weight loss formula, the basic do's, the core 4, and my top 3 tips for your success, not just this week, but on your weight loss journey as well. And for Primas on the call in your maintenance too. Right. So first of all, you're in the right place if you've tried countless diets and programs, you do well for a couple of days and then you quit, or you've done well, you've stalled, or you've put the weight back on and you can't seem to get started again. If you feel like you keep failing at weight loss, you're in the right spot, right? You're in the right spot because I've been where you are. And Primas on this call as well, our ladies practicing maintenance, they've been there as well. I did used to use my full body before and after. I'm moving away from that because it's so much more than like people's judgment of the body. But I thought this gives a good idea, a good indication of my face and where I was and where I am and got to and what I've been maintaining. When I started, I was obese, clinically obese, like in that obese category. It took me, I think, about 5 or 6 kilos to get into the overweight category. When I started, I had tried countless diets. If you look at my weight loss chart for the year before I started back in 2019, on the 13th of January 2019. So I've been doing this for 4 years now myself. And before I started, I had so many attempts at weight loss. I kept falling down. And then my last start 4 years ago, I got to my goal weight in October. But that wasn't the end of it. I needed to practice maintenance, and I was set on learning and finding out what is it that makes skinny people or people at a healthy weight different, or at a weight that they want to be different to where I was at, and what will help me going forward and my clients to maintain, to be able to continue that maintenance journey as well, and not have to go back to square one, not have all the way back to square one as well. So I've spent the last 4 years learning with my and building experience with my own body, but I've done a whole heap of learning as well, certifications and growth myself in my mindset. So that's what I'm bringing you today as well. What I've learned, I just told you, right? But the big thing I've learned, and I've only just put it together recently in this formula, the big thing that's really clicked for me and that makes it all, it's like there's no problem anymore. I've figured it out. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly how to help my clients. It's the weight loss formula. What you do and what you think will equal or does equal your weight. So your current weight is a product of your actions and behaviors that you're doing now and the way you think, your mindset. We have 60,000 thoughts that go through our head each day. 60,000 thoughts. We can only pay attention and have awareness for so many of those, right? To actively change. So we need to work on that. So many of them are a product of our experiences as well. So they're on autopilot. We need to build our awareness to find those thoughts and change them, to change our mindset, to shift our mindset. So this week, and I'm going to I've prepared these slides, but I'm going to be bouncing all over the place. So I might repeat myself. I'll just skip the slides that I'm covering right now. This week, though, will be a combination of focusing on what you do and what you think, that mindset piece. I am a mindset coach. I am not a dietitian. I am not a doctor. I am not, I know what works for me, and I know what works for so many of my clients as well. And then the mindset is what I can bring you this week. What we see in the past with all the other, all of my past attempts, and probably yours as well, is you only get the what to do. Weight Watchers, you only get the what to do. All diet programs, I don't even think it's called that these days. In weight loss programs, you get the food list, you get the menu, plan, you get the recipe book, or you get the what, the exercise program. You get exactly what you need to do. How many carbs, how much protein, how much fat. This is what you need to do. You will always fail or succeed and then fail if you don't match the right thoughts and change the way you think. Because the way you think, even though you're practicing new behaviors, you will default to your old thinking if you don't do work around it. And you will go, that's why you will put the weight back on as well. All right. So past focus was on what you do. And to get a different result, you need to do it all. You need to look at what you do and how you think, your mindset, to change the weight that you are today. All right. So the basics, this is for preemers as well, for everybody on this call, tribees, preemers, new people who are just meeting me, the basics. We want to always come back to our basics. The reason I'm reiterating and reinforcing the basics, especially to those practicing maintenance, is we have practiced for so long that thrill of the chase of the right diet, right? The diet industry sells it to us as There is a right diet out there. There's a right way of eating, behaving for you out there. And that's all you need to be the weight you want to be, right? So we have this natural thrill and chase that we've practiced so long. We get dopamine hits from it to find something new because I didn't find the right one, right? No. And I coached a prima on this last week. You know exactly what to do. You lost weight. You know how to do it. Let's change the way you're thinking. Your mindset needs tweaking so that you can get back to where you want to be, right? Or continue to practice maintenance. We need to continue to train our brain and change the way that we think. So the basics, it is in this pyramid as well, because for me and tribees on the call, let me know if this is like, I want you to find what works for you. This is for everyone, right? This is what works for me and what I see works for most tribees. Tribees on the call, let me know, is this the order you would put it in, or is there something else you want to add as well? So we've got fasting first of all. Fasting doesn't have to mean like extended fasting. Start with 12-hour fasting, intermittent fasting. It's you stop eating when you finish your dinner, right? Done. I think everyone calls it dinner. We call it dinner, maybe supper, maybe, I don't know. When you finish your final meal of the day, stop eating, right? You can drink water, but stop eating. And then that's the start of your fast. You fast for a period of time. Don't have food during that time. I started at 12-hour fasting and I thought it was such a long time. I thought I would drop down with like in famine. I was so hungry. I built up, I now fast around 16, 17 hours a day on average, right? That's most important to me. And that's what I've been able to continue to do. And it's like getting that as a base sets me up, right? Second is Mediterranean style of diet, like principles, which are insulin stabilizing. So you want to be eating foods that won't spike your insulin levels and kick you, out of a fat burning mode. Third, water, sleep, and stress. I fit 3 in here. They're so important to me. Water, making sure I get enough water. Sleep, if I don't get enough sleep, I make decisions like a drunk person. My ability to make decisions that are for my greater good is very low, right? And stress levels. You get into that fight or flight mode with your nervous system. It can really derail you and make it hard for you to make decisions for your good, right? Also, your hormones go out of balance with it too. Finally, caution, right? Finally, that's the final thing for me. I use the hunger scale, which I teach in the Fast Mama tribe. You could count calories. You could just listen to your body. You find what works for you, right? But this is right. This is what works for me. Sally, I think that's Sally Ann. This is what works for her. Yeah, that's Sally Ann as well. Right order for her. So I want you during this week to not be focused on getting it all perfectly either. Just start like with fasting and worry about that before worrying about counting every single calorie, right? Worry about the style, the type of food you're eating, making sure they're aligned to and they're going to stabilize your insulin levels before you worry about counting calories, right? Worry about getting enough water. If you increase your water and get enough water this week, you will eat less food. Like you will be not as hungry as well. Water, I need a lot of water in my body. Everybody's different. Prioritize yourself and sleep. Prioritize yourself and your stress levels as well, where you can manage your stress levels. Find things that will help you calm down. If you are feeling stressed, don't pick up your phone to scroll mindlessly on the internet, right? Or social media. Put your phone down and take some deep breaths and nourish your body with air, right? Don't be buffering and numbing yourself and your stress levels. That only numbs it. It's a Band-Aid effect. Take some deep breaths and help yourself. And then start to think about, am I really hungry? Do I need to eat right now? Do I need another bite? Am I satisfied right now? Where am I at? Or have calories that you want to count, right? They're the core 4. Focus on them this week and forevermore, I would say. All right, Support tools we've provided for you this week is a food list. I only gave this because in case you don't know what foods are healthy foods for you and nourishing for your body on that Mediterranean style diet, right? In case, depending on where you are in your knowledge on the Mediterranean approach, right? That's the principles. It's not you have to eat Italian food or Greek food, right? It's just the principles that are there. I've included a recipe book for you just to give you ideas. You can use it. You don't have to use it. I want you to find what works for you and what your family or you enjoy eating as well. And then we've got our Last Start Challenge workbook and planner. I don't want you to be planning 7 or 5 new meals for lunch, 5 new meals for dinner, and cooking like 10 new recipes this week. Just choose 2 lunches, 2 dinners, 2 breakfasts, or like 3 dinners, whatever it is. Just choose a couple of recipes and eat them this week. Repeat them. You won't, like, you'll survive if you eat the same food for a couple of days, right? So on this Last Start planner, I've included a page here for you so I can walk you through it. I've filled in your thought, your helpful thoughts for this planner. In the Fast Mama Tribe, I encourage you to do your own thoughts every day, your power thoughts that will help your mindset, help set you up, right? This one says, this time is different. This is my last start. Yes, read that out to yourself. Say it to yourself, right? I want you in here to put, if you're having breakfast, put it in here, lunch and dinner. What do you plan to eat? When do you plan to eat it, right? All the information you need to know. And then track, how are you showing up? Did you eat that? Did you not eat it? What do you plan for your fasting? What was your actual? What's your plan for movement? What's your actual? I do want to mention as well, I don't have movement in the core 4. I love moving my body, and I move like on average 10,000 steps a day. I love like building my strength. That's my goal for this year as well. But I don't do it to punish myself if I've eaten something off plan, right? I don't do it to so that I can make up, like eat the calories back that I've lost, right? In my exercise. I do movement to support my well-being and my body's fitness, right? So that's why I haven't included it in the core 4. Your water intake, goal, actual, sleep, goal, actual, right? Then you can put today's weight on your planner. You can put the next mini goal that you have. Just focus on one little bit, break it down, and bit by bit we'll chip away at it, right? So just put that next mini goal. Could be 1 kilo, could be 3, could be 3 pounds, whatever you want, right? And then today's top focus. Maybe your focus is to make sure you get enough lunch so that you're not looking for food at 3 p.m. Maybe your focus is to get out there in the fresh air at 4 p.m. when you turn to the cookie station at work, right? Just finding a focus that will support you on in your goals as well. Then we've got, did I follow my plan? Why or why not? We're collecting information and collecting data to support and help ourselves move forward and make progress. And any other notes and observations. So this week, I want you to be collecting information, not to shame yourself, but to support yourself so that you can use it to move forward as well, right? That's how you're going to use your planner. I will dive into why you need to plan later this week. I can't remember exactly what it was, exactly the time schedule, but sometime this week, I will talk to you about your planning, right? I won't talk to you further about what to eat. That's done unless you ask me in the Q&A or in the Facebook group, right? Many of my clients who come to me found me through the Fast 800 diet community and they know about, they've read the Fast 800 diet book. So if you were looking for, or the obesity code, people find me through that as well, which is Dr. Jason Fung has written that book. I'm just looking to see if I've got them here. Oh yes, I've got them both. This book or this book, and they have different codes, different covers worldwide. So, but I want you to find what works for you, okay? So my top 3 tips. Number 1 is to decide to never quit on yourself. The only way you quit is when you give up and you decide you actually, and you need to own that decision as well. I've made the decision to stay the way I am forevermore. That's quitting, right? I'm not going to attempt, like I'm done trying to lose weight. I'm going to stay this weight, or I'm going to keep eating and keep gaining, right? That's quitting. So decide to never ever quit on yourself, right? Decide to be perfectly imperfect. Even I eat off plan in maintenance, right? Even I gain weight in maintenance because I'm imperfect. I'm a human being and I have a human brain. I'm not a robot. I can't robot my way through an like perfect plan and stick to it perfectly forevermore. I have feelings, emotions, I have old habits, old wiring as well that I'm undoing and changing. So I want you to realize that I'm not perfect, you're not perfect. Right? I love the thought. I've had my own coach, right? And helped me with the thought, who do I think I am to expect perfection, right? Who do I think I am above like everyone else that I expect perfection from myself? So I'm a human being and you are too. You will fall down. Preemers fall down. People who are at their goal weight practicing maintenance fall down. Every single person who gets to their goal weight falls down along the way as well. Guarantee. You just get back up and carry on, right? When we talk about mindset, I'm going way over the time, sorry. When we talk about mindset, we're talking about like changing the thought of I have to be perfect or I failed to I'll fall down and I'll just get back up. And when I fall down, I can get back on plan any time of day. I don't have to wait till Monday. I don't have to wait till the first of the month. I can get back on plan at any time. I can get like every time I eat, after if I've eaten off plan, the next minute I can get back on plan. I don't have to wait till tonight. I don't have to wait till tomorrow. I can get back on plan right now, right? On plan, right? I'm following my plan right now. See how like changing that thought from, oh, I've eaten off plan, I'm a complete failure, it's not working, nothing's ever going to work for me, I'm never going to lose weight, I'm destined to be this weight forevermore. That's that one thought or group of thoughts, right? That one way of thinking is the difference between staying where you are or continuing to gain weight and getting back up and losing weight, getting to goal weight. And there's many of those moments throughout your journey. Some of those moments you'll need extra support. Some of those moments you'll have your own back very quickly. Just get back up, carry on, right? And then focus on having better than old averages. Like it goes hand in hand with being perfectly imperfect. We're not expecting perfection. I'm not expecting you to get all of the core 4 perfectly this week and spot on, right? If you have the goal of spending this week better than the week where you are eating all the things, the week of your old average behaviors, you will have a good week. You'll be able to build from that as well. I encourage people to stack their habits, right? I went in all in, and I actually think I stacked my habits over time, but it took me a lot more brain drama to stack them and learn to stack them from going all in the beginning. But doesn't matter. It's all about what works for you as well. But as long as you make it better than old average. My very first meal on my very last start was toast, rye toast, and tahini on it. I think I skipped the butter because I was on a diet, right? I would have that as an exception now because I know my body doesn't suit it. But that was better, and I lost weight that day because that was better than the 4 or 3 pieces of toast I used to eat, right? Every morning. Better than average, you will make progress. Those are the 3 tips, right? Make this time different. Make this time different from all the other times. Focus on the mindset this time as well. Some power thoughts I want to send you off with is 1 day at a time, I'm focused on today. Just keep going. I promised myself I would, so I will. Progress, not perfection. I'm going to feel amazing by Friday. This time is different. Bring it. These are I say them out loud to yourself. This is how we train our brain. This is how we help ourselves, right? So that's the training. Amelie, not a preemie yet. Oh, you're close though, Amelie. I find the insulin stabilizing diet makes it so much easier to fast and keep my portion control, and easier to handle my thoughts and urges. Yes, yeah, because it balances your hormones. Absolutely. Thanks for sharing that, Emily. All right. So any questions? No, let's start call number 1 now, the live call part of this call, where you get to ask questions, and I'll tell you how this challenge is going to work for all of those who are new and haven't been in a challenge with me before. We are doing 6 on-demand training videos this week. I've moved. I used to do 7 or 8 live calls in a challenge week. I always got sick afterwards, was tired, exhausted. They went on for a while, and many people who couldn't make the call times felt like they were missing out. So I've made my calls, my trainings, short, sharp, to the point, right? They're not 30 minutes. They're not an hour long. They're going to be 15 minutes, right? I'll work on the 15 minutes. So that you can listen to them on demand whenever suits you, so that you can catch them. There's 6 this week. Listen to them. That's 6. I'm going to do them in 15 minutes. Let me count. 1, 2, 3. That's an hour and a half of listening, right? Of this week. 15 minutes a day. You can all do it. Live calls, we've got 3 this week. Answer all your questions, and I'm open to coaching you on these calls. If you want to put your hand up, get coached, and work on your mindset this week, let's do it on the calls. Tribees, you're welcome to put your hand up here too. You also have all the Tribee calls, 4 Tribee calls, and Primas have 5 that they can access each week. Come get coached there, right? Tribees, I do encourage you to put your hand up for coaching this week. Focus on your mindset this week. It's good. Like, I want that to be your priority this week. If you're not showing up to your plan, get coached. If you're not setting a plan, get coached, right? Planner and workbook, I've walked you through that. It's there. Take notes in the workbook as well. It is a fillable PDF, so you can type into it. I tried to do it on my mobile, didn't work. It works on my laptop though. So if you are able to do it, I think on Apple phones it might, or what do you call them? iPhones, you might be able to do it easier. And then daily check-ins in the Facebook group. We have daily check-ins, and I'll put them on Instagram as well. On those daily check-ins there, like, use them as your personal accountability. The community will be checking in. You check in with them. Know that other people will read your check-in, read other people's check-ins, get inspired, and add in there. You can add your plan, you can add your weight loss, you can add how you're feeling. You can just do a thumbs up, whatever works for you, right? But use it as your accountability. Start that habit of checking in with yourself. Fill in your planner, check in. Complete your planner in the night, check in as many times as you want as well. It's a really great tool that we use in the tribe. And then community and support. If you have a question, ask it in the Facebook group, ask it on my Instagram posts. If you're not in Facebook, come to these calls and ask it here as well. If you have a question for Tribees, ask it in the chat section here, or come and ask it in the Facebook group. There's many in there as well. Right? Use the support that we have this week. I am a certified mindset coach. Use me this week. I'm here for you. Come get coached, right? Even if you have something you want to get coached on, but you don't want to put your hand up on a call, put it in the Facebook group and I will coach you there, right? All right, remember the weight loss formula. What you do plus what you think. Make sure you're putting as much emphasis on your mindset this week as what you're doing, right? It's going to be the whole journey, and the rest of your life to maintain. You need a set mindset. You need a certain mindset that will equal the weight you want to be. So start working on it now, right? So to change your mindset, it takes, and Tribees will know this is the 4-step switch, right? Amanda's 4-step switch. Awareness is the first point. What are the thoughts that you're hearing? And I'm going to go into much more detail in one of the trainings later in the week, but you want to start to have awareness for what are the thoughts you're having at the moment that's created the weight that you have today, right? Question them. How do they go? Like, how do those thoughts serve me? Are they helpful thoughts that I'm having? We then decide to change them. right? Or decide to keep them if they're supporting us. And then we move forward with our new decision and our new thoughts, or continuing to practice those thoughts, right? This is what we practice over and over to change our mindset. All right. Are there any questions before we finish up? Let's do this. Anyone want coaching to start with? Oh, let me, and whilst you all put your hand up, because I know all of you are dying for it, let me bring up, I asked the question, this blew me away actually. I asked the question around, what are your excuses for giving up, for quitting on yourself, right? I'm in the wrong spot. Hang on a minute. Fast mama. Here we go. What are your excuses for quitting on yourself? Here we go. What excuses do you use most to quit your diet and eat whatever you want, right? I'm going to go through some of these because you need to change them, right? We have, I stress over having all my meals organized. Never feel ready to start since I don't have all the ingredients to make the recipes. I saw your post where you listed your meals as a protein and veg, and a light bulb went off. I complicate things too much. I hope everyone can learn from that. You don't have to have all your meals set. You don't have to be cooking all new recipes, right? Just focus on the basics. Get your fasting done. If you can't get things organized for Monday, just do your fasting for Monday, right? Start your fasting. Focus on water if you want as well, and give yourself the chance to set yourself up for Tuesday, or just do a better than average Monday, right? Better than average Monday. All right, Beck, can you please confirm days and times for the live calls? Yes, Beck, I can I? I believe it's going to be, let me check. Sorry, give me 1 minute. I think it's 7 a.m. Beck, I think you're Sydney. Please let me know where you are located. That will make a difference to the times I give you. I've got live call number 2 is Sydney, Wednesday, 7 a.m. London, Tuesday, 8 p.m. New York, Tuesday, 3 p.m. That's call number 1. All right. That's call number 2. Call number 3, Sydney, Saturday, 7 a.m. London, Friday, 8 p.m. and New York, Friday, 3 p.m. Right? But the videos will come out daily. Beck, I'll be posting them in the Tribe Facebook group as well, so you'll get access to them anyway. But for the live calls, that's the time. It's in the workbook as well, those call times. Melbourne, so your live calls, Beck, live call number 2, Wednesday, 7 a.m., Saturday, 7 a.m. All right. Karen, I have too many exceptions this week. I will start again next week. No, you won't, Karen. No, you won't, right? Better than average. In a week, because if you tell yourself you'll start again next week, then you will give yourself permission to eat all the things this week, right? Knowing that what you know, I want you to be setting a plan for like each day this week, and set yourself the exception plan, that fast plan, that feast plan for your days out, your nights out, whatever it is. Set the plan. You don't get a leave pass from planning because you've got an event on, right? You need to use the right part of your brain to set yourself up for success. Use your prefrontal cortex. It's like when you say, I'm going to start again next week, it's like you're letting loose the toddler brain to chuck a tantrum all week and eat what it wants and mess up the house, destroy everything, right? That's what I think when it's like, I'll just start next week. It's like, there goes that toddler brain. What is it going to do to my house, right? It's no, I won't. I will intentionally set myself plans, set myself up. I'm just going to do a better than average week this week compared to other weeks where I have lots of events. So you don't compare your week this week to your great weeks. Compare this week to a week that has lots of events in it as well, right? Lauren, my cooker has broken this week, but I'm going to use that to my advantage, keeping things simple to help prevent overwhelm. I'm going to use all the meals I've already prepped previously from the freezer. Yes, Lauren. Yes. And find some fast meals as well, right? We've got this is what my 6-year-old does for his night now for meals that I've divided it up so that more people in the household are doing a meal, like taking on responsibility for dinners. So my 6-year-old has a night where he's responsible for dinner. What he does is puts a packet of seaweed nori sheets on the table. He sets the table, puts seaweed nori sheets on the table, puts a bag of salad on the table, and he puts a packet of smoked salmon on the table. He'll put some mayonnaise on the table and some chili sauce, and we will eat that for dinner, right? It's like so fast, so easy. You can do it with chicken. You can do it with any protein, eggs, tofu, whatever you want. So easy. All right. Barbara, I think the workbook times are different from what you've just said. Yes, Barbara, for you they will be because you're in a different location. All right. Or was it different? London for you, Barbara. I don't know if you're London or I think you're London. You're not in London, but you are London time zone, I think. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Friday, 8 p.m. I think that's right for you, Barbara. Let me know if it's different. All right, I'm going to read one more and then we'll finish up. Please let me know if you have any questions. The next one I have is, I'm old now. Do I have to torture myself with worry about food for the remainder of my life? Right? That's a thought that usually has that person quit on themselves, right? So what I would say to that is, why are you torturing yourself, right? Torturing yourself is a mindset, but if you were to learn how to set yourself 3 plans and be able to eat whatever you want as long as it's on your plan and trust yourself to show up to your plan, then it wouldn't feel like torture. Creating freedom from food is what I'm all about as well. Torture is restriction. It's like that mentality that it's a result of having restricted yourself, and it has literally been torture, right? And the other thing is you don't have to. So throughout your journey, if this person was coming to me to get coached and say, I've been on plan, but I'm ready to quit because it feels like torture, then we would look at, let's make sure you're finding the right foods for yourself and you're not feeling like it's torture, but also let's work on, why do you want this? Why are you doing this? You can quit at any time, right? Is that what you truly want? Or do you want to move through it? Also, if we think that we have to feel comfortable and ease the whole time, we're going to come up against that. I shouldn't feel uncomfortable, like that natural reaction to discomfort. This feels uncomfortable, I'm going to eat, right? We need to break that habit as well. All right. That's it. Any other questions before we finish up? Ladies, thank you so much for showing up for yourselves this week. Let's have a great week. Do the check-ins, watch the video trainings, 15 minutes. I promise I'll keep it short and sharp, right? To the point. And our live calls, come along, use me. I'm here for you. Lots of love. Have a beautiful day or a lovely night's sleep. Do it for yourself, not yourself. Yes, let's go. Do it for yourself, not yourself. I don't know what that means, but yes, Amelie. Yes. You're so welcome, ladies. Have a beautiful day. Lovely night's sleep. I'll see you all soon. Take care.